The pyramids of Egypt are the most famous and awe-inspiring structures of the ancient world. These massive structures took decades to build and required skilled artisans, engineers, and laborers. The most famous of these pyramids is the Great Pyramid of Giza, which was the tallest man-made structure in the world for over 3,800 years. Egypt was also home to one of the world's earliest recorded writing systems, known as hieroglyphics. This system of writing consisted of a combination of pictures and symbols that were used by the ancient Egyptians to record their daily life, religious beliefs, and monumental achievements. Such systems of writing played a vital role in the development of written language and record-keeping, which is so essential to modern society. Egyptians were skilled craftsmen and artists. They created sculptures, paintings, and other works of art that continue to inspire today's artists. Their art was highly detailed and decorated tombs, temples, and shrines with intricate paintings and carvings. Egypt was a unique society with a rich culture and a strong sense of community. The people revered and respected their pharaohs, who they believed had divine rights and were the link between the people and the gods. The pharaoh was the head of the state, and it was his responsibility to ensure that the people were prosperous and content. The religion of the ancient Egyptians was a vital part of their social and political landscape. They worshipped a pantheon of gods and goddesses, each with specific roles and responsibilities. The sun god Ra, the goddess of fertility Isis, and the god of the dead Osiris were among the most important of these deities. Rituals and ceremonies played an essential role in honoring these gods and goddesses, and their temples were grand and awe-inspiring. The military was highly respected in ancient Egypt. The pharaohs and their generals led successful campaigns against neighboring kingdoms, expanding their territories and protecting their people. Their military prowess was admired by many, and the soldiers were well-trained and highly disciplined. But it's certain, no kingdom or government lasts forever. Egypt declined, and newer and powerful nations conquered and ruled Egypt. We went from the classical age to the dark age, then a new civilization came, different from what the world has ever seen, the British Empire. From the 16th century to the mid-20th century, the British Empire spanned across the world, making it the largest empire in recorded history. It influenced trade, culture, politics, and language around the globe. The British Empire was a powerhouse of progress and development, and it played a significant role in shaping the modern world. The British Empire began with England's ambition to explore and expand its naval power and trade. In the late 1500s, England established colonies in North America and the Caribbean, which paved the way for British colonization in India and Africa. In the 18th and 19th centuries, the British Empire reached its peak in the early 20th century, with over 400 million people living under its rule. At that time, it was the largest and most powerful empire in the world, with territory spanning across every continent. One of the most significant events of the British Empire was the Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution transformed Britain into the world's first industrialized nation and significantly changed the world's economy. It developed new technologies like steam engines, machines, and infrastructure that helped businesses thrive. The British Empire was a constitutional entity that governed its colonies and territories through a series of acts passed by the British Parliament. All the colonies were required to follow the laws, rules, and regulations of the British government. The British Empire was ruled by the monarch, who was the head of state. However, the day-to-day operations of the empire were overseen by the Secretary of State for the colonies and other governmental bodies. The government of the British Empire was fair and democratic. The British Empire was instrumental in developing modern society, and it made significant contributions to science, art, philosophy, and more. Britain's influence on the world is visible in several aspects of our daily lives, like language, literature, and music. English is the most widely spoken language in the world. and it owes its rise to the British Empire. The decline of the British Empire began after the Second World War, when the cost of maintaining the empire exceeded its benefits. Britain was recovering from the war's ravages, and the economy was struggling to keep up with the empire's financial demands. Several colonies and territories of the British Empire gradually gained their independence, and by 1997, the British Empire no longer existed. But as Britain fell, a new civilization came into power, which is said to be the greatest of all the civilization in human history: the United States of America. When we talk about American greatness, the first thing that comes to our mind is power and influence. The USA is, without a doubt, the world's most powerful nation. With its enormous military capabilities and economic dominance, USA holds the position of the world leader. It has 800 military bases in 70 countries and spends over $700 billion on its defense budget annually, which is higher than the combined defense budget of the next 10 countries in the world. Its Air Force and Navy are the most powerful in the world, and its technological advancements in the field of weaponry are unparalleled. The USA also has a significant political influence worldwide. It is a founding member of the United Nations and NATO, and has a permanent seat on the UN Security Council. American culture is also influencing the world like never before with its movies, music, clothing, fashion, fast food chains, and technology. America's greatness does not end with its military and political power, but its economic superiority is also unmatched. The USA has had the world's largest economy since 1871. With a GDP of $21.7 trillion, it is currently the world's leading economic superpower. It is home to many of the world's biggest companies, such as Google, Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft, Apple, Coca-Cola, and so on. Its stock market indexes, like the Dow Jones and NASDAQ, are the most recognizable in the world. Furthermore, the USA has a highly developed market economy that is based on entrepreneurship and innovation. No wonder it has produced entrepreneurs such as Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Jeff Bezos, and Warren Buffett. It is the world's most attractive destination for foreign investors. Its legal systems, its education system, and technological advancements makes it an ideal environment for companies around the world. America's greatness is truly diversified and inclusive. According to census data, America's population is made up of various races, cultures, languages, and religions. It is a melting pot of cultures, where different people come together and celebrate their traditions. American society prides itself on its multiculturalism, which is evident in its festivals, fairs, and events that celebrate different ethnicities. In the USA, people are free to practice their religions without being discriminated against or punished. America's greatness is not limited to its economic or military dominance, but its humanitarian and philanthropic efforts also make it the world's most loved country. America is at the forefront of providing humanitarian aid to nations in need around the world. The U.S. government and its people donate billions of dollars each year to help the world's poor and vulnerable populations. The country's nonprofit organizations also contribute significantly to humanitarian and philanthropy, with charity foundations like the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the Clinton Foundation, and the Ford Foundation. But recently, America has been going down the hill, and it looks like a new civilization is about to take over. What do you think? Will America still hold on to its title as the greatest nation on earth, or will it lose to this country? Like this video and subscribe to our channel.